Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Quick and Dirty Marketing. My name is Zach Greenfield, and today we're going to continue with the 5 Fingers of Death, which is our series talking about all of the elements that you need to have to grow your business. So we're basing this on our gigantic project map, which we presented in a previous video. So you might want to go back and reference that where we started. And we've done 3 fingers, and we are now on our ring finger, which today is all about the retargeting setup that we have that we always run for all of our projects. And it's actually more important in a lot of ways than cold advertising or bringing cold traffic. We usually set this in place first. So let's jump over to the desktop, and I'm going to share to you guys that layout, and we're going to take a deep dive. So stick with me. All right, guys, welcome to the desktop environment here where I can screen share our map, and we can take a deep dive into how the elements all tie together. So this is, just to drag this down, this is our big project map. We've been all over this over the last several videos, and today we're going to go down in here and we're going to focus on the lower section, which is our retargeting, and we're going to take a look at a little bit of the cross-sell stuff here, which is also retargeting, and we're going to look down here at some of the Facebook and social and our direct offers. So sometimes we got to stack these, and I'm going to explain it, but I just want to highlight the pieces that we're going to be talking about today. Up here on our last video, we finished up our cold traffic sources and how that kind of cascades in. Now this right here is important to highlight today because that is a representation of our sales landing page, or maybe your home page, or wherever it is that you drive traffic. In order to set all this retargeting stuff up, we need to pixel track. We need to set up tracking, and pixel or tag, if you will, depending on the system, this page so that visitors hit this page. Now, I can't stress enough how important this is. If you're running any kind of business that relies on your website to, engage your new customers, and for almost all of us, that's everyone, okay? I mean, I'm being a little rhetorical here, but to me, if you're going to do any advertising, any paid advertising at all, this conversation today is more important than anything else. And here's why. Because you're going to spend money and time on all of the stuff we talked about last week in our previous video on getting people to see your business. It goes without saying you're going to try to get traffic there either by referral, signage, mailers, emails, posting and spending a ton of time on Instagram, taking cool pictures and all this stuff that everybody's doing. You're going to waste all your time. It's not maybe a waste, but you're going to invest an incredible amount of time with that, right? And what's going to happen with all those people? Well, you're going to get 100 people on your webpage, and I'm using a round number to give you some percentages. So you're going to get 100 people on your webpage. If you're like everybody else on the internet, you're maybe going to get 2 or 3 customers out of those 100 on the first pass. Now, here's what you need to know. There's another 7 or even 12 customers in that 100 that you won't get unless you follow up with them and stay in front of them. Well, if they didn't sign up for something on a sign up and opt in, which we show right here, and they just bounced after taking a quick look for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. Everybody bounces off of web pages. If you don't clip them with some sort of tagging or pixeling and start sending them through some retargeting, you lose that 97 or 98 people. And whether they come back or not is debatable. If you follow up with them, you got a chance at grabbing the other 11% of potential customers, 11+%. This is an old sales and marketing known quantity that the money is made in the follow-up. Everybody can hook 1 or 2 customers on the first pass if you're doing a decent job, but the bulk of your business growth and revenue is going to come from being a great follow-up person. You got to be a great chase person. So this conversation we're having today and what I'm showing you today is all about that, and that's all this right here. So right here, they get pixeled above this, and then they get added to campaigns. The big campaign that I like to run for, your typical long decision local business, and for us, healthcare or veterinary or, local medical and services and so forth, we're going to run a 30-day and sometimes 45-day advertising sequence after the visitation event. And we do it, I think, in a really great way. We change and rotate the ads every 2 to 3 days. We do maybe 10 or 15 different variants. And inside those ads are a couple that have direct offers. And you can see those indicated by these green lines because those direct offers are going to link back to an offer sales page for that person to, capture or get the offer, so to speak. And then the rest of them are going to be our 3 types of ads. And you guys need to go back to that video. So Angie, let's get that video up on this screen here, I guess maybe over on the right. Let's get up the video that talks about that, because these ads are built on our 3 must-do ads that we always insist. So you're going to have a social proof, social remarketing ad, you're going to have a branding ad, and then down here you're going to have a direct offer ad. And we're going to cycle those as we go through our timeline, right? So here's our little text on the timeline. This shows a 30-day cycle, branding, reputation ads, and then we got some direct offer stuff right here, okay? So we're showing them what other people think about your business. We're showing them just the brand and what you're associated with, your benefits, like what problem you solve. And then we're giving them an offer, 10% off, 20%, whatever it is that the client can do, okay? That's the core retargeting, absolutely must-do strategy for every business. If you're not doing that today, drop everything you're doing and get that plugged in. If you need help, give us a holler, and of course, we'd love to help you, but this is just like no-brainer stuff. The cool thing about it is not very expensive. That's the other thing that you need to know. Retargeting is relatively affordable advertising because you're only hitting an identified audience. You're not bidding against some bunch of other people to get placement. I mean, you got to bid for placement, but you're not bidding for like high dollar keywords and all the other complicated stuff. It's pretty straightforward. Then, we got to go out over here on Facebook and Instagram because they got their own little ecosystem. So this is a representation of the entire, this is internet retargeting. This is fishbowl in Facebook's fishbowl, the Instagram, Facebook fishbowl right here. We have to do that a little differently, and I'm not going to lie, for healthcare and stuff, it gets complicated because of their policies. But on this stuff, we're able to buy wholesale, and you can get this done for any business. You got a little bit more flaming hoops to deal with down here, but it still can be done. And then over here, we've got some offerings. Sometimes we do seasonal or specials. That stuff that's like, not part of the normal kind of formulaic layout, and we want to hit something unique or that's seasonal, perhaps, like a Halloween or a Valentine's Day, or, if it's a Medi Spa thing, the spring's a big time. Everybody's about to get back into summer, their summer look. So we're going to do seasonal stuff. We'll just lay that campaign right on top of this campaign. So the person, the visitor is going to get added to 2 campaigns and sometimes 3 campaigns at the same time. So they go into the Facebook, Instagram fishbowl, they're going to see ads. They're out on the internet, they're going to see ads. And they're going to see more direct offer ads that are seasonal if we're running a third leg right here. So those are this piece right here, this big one in the middle. This is mission critical for you. If you're not doing it, this is mission critical. These are display ads. So important to keep your brand imagery in front of those 97, 98 people that didn't buy when they hit your homepage, but likely still have the problem. And what you need to do is stay in front of them for a month so that when their paycheck hits, or when they finally have time to pay attention, or when the problem gets a little bit worse, you're the person they're thinking about and they're going to come buy from you. And then these other ones are what I consider, for the bonus points. Try to set this up, and then if you get this running well, then you can start talking about layering in another set of offers that might be special or specific to a special time of year, for instance, or just some part of the business that you're trying to grow, like a new sales channel, new product line. You can run that separately so you can track it and so forth. So get that going. This is how you crush your competition. And thanks for watching this. And we'll wrap it up here in a minute. All right, guys. So that was the fourth finger on the 5 fingers of death. That's your retargeting leg. That's, in my opinion, of all your paid advertising, that's actually where you start. It probably should have been finger number 3, but it's finger number 4 for whatever reason. I thought that probably everybody wanted to hear about the cold advertising thing, because that's what people really panic about, is getting any traffic at all. But when we set things up, when we have a client that's going to come and that comes on as an advertising client, or an existing client that's, working on another service with us, and they decide they want to do paid ads, we immediately set up the retargeting piece first from a setup standpoint. And here's the reason why. That's not going to start triggering until there's traffic, but we set it up first because we don't want to lose any of the traffic that comes in once we turn on our cold traffic. So we're going to start blogging, we're going to start making videos, we're going to start posting, we're going to crank up their social media accounts, or we're going to just straight up buy, start bidding keywords or buying cold ad space on a media buy. There's no reason to even go there until we know that we are following up with every visitor that's going to get into that net. So when you want to crush your competition and you want to start leading the market for your niche, for your business, this is how you're going to kill everybody, because anybody that's shopping in your niche, whatever service you provide, touches your website, you're going to be all over them for a month or 45 days. And I promise you, most small businesses or medium businesses aren't doing this type of sophisticated advertising. It doesn't take a lot to set up, but it is worth its weight in gold, because there's about 11+% of customers that you're not getting when you don't do this. And for most businesses, that's 3 times the business that they currently have. Who doesn't want that? 300% growth by just doing one strategy. That's what the numbers would show us. It is known that if you follow up, you're going to get another 11, 12, 13%. And on the first pass, you're just only going to get 2 or 3. So just don't ignore this stuff. I can't even stress how important it is. Every client that we work with, I've had this talk with, most of them run this strategy. Even when they're not running other strategies, this was the one nobody gives up on because it's so important. So go out there and get them. If this video helped get your head straight on where to start, go ahead and give me a like, and we'll see you on the next one, where we're going to finish the 5th finger, which I guess would be the pinky, and then you will have the full weaponry to go out there and conquer the world. We'll see you on the next one.